I am with Morgan Boykin, Miss Polk County, and Amber Boykin, Miss Lakeland, here for the first segment of our Polk County All Sports Awards and
Hall of Fame inductions.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first segment of the Polk County All Sports Awards and Hall of Fame inductions, brought to you by Ovations. Well, we're at the 2019 Polk County All Sports Awards and Hall of Fame induction night tonight. What a great night, and couldn't be joined with more beautiful company than Morgan Boykin, Miss Polk County, and Amber Boykin, Miss Lakeland. And to have both of you joining us tonight is so special, because also coming here in just a couple of weeks is going to be the Miss Florida contest, and I'm sure you're awful excited about that. Tell us a little bit about your role in that.
Yeah, so we will be competing in the Miss Florida Scholarship Pageant happening in 2 weeks from today right here at the RP Funding Center. We're very, very excited. Whoever wins will be crowned the new Miss Florida, and she will then advance on to the Miss America pageant, which is a huge opportunity. A lot of people do not understand that it's a scholarship-based pageant, so not only are you able to represent different counties and cities, but you are able to, win scholarship money in the process. So it's such an honor, and we have such a great time doing it.
Well, that's fantastic. And Amber, being Miss Lakeland, it's got to be a treat as you're working your way through these pageants.
It really is. Being that the the Miss Florida pageant is here in Lakeland, it really is truly a good meeting for me because everyone's local and they know what we're all about.
Well, it has to be fantastic, the education that you have through this experience and just all the different people that you get to meet.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. We were just talking about the marketing aspect. When you come to different appearances, you're meeting so many different people that will play on a big part in your life throughout, your pageant years and moving on forward after the pageant years. This will be my last year competing, but the networking, the people that I've met throughout my years in pageants will play on for the rest of my life.
Well, that's fantastic. And Amber, any special lesson that you want to share with any other young gals out there that want to pursue this?
I definitely say go for it. I mean, joining the Miss America program has definitely been a highlight of my life. And I think that if you're nervous, if you're scared, then just do it, because once you break that barrier, you will be in the sisterhood.
Well, it's fantastic. So delighted you could join us. And what's so special tonight is that you're going to be up on stage tonight helping with the awards. So that's going to make it all the more spectacular. So, and thank you so much for joining me. You look fabulous tonight. And I know we're going to have a lot of fun this evening.
Thank you. We're excited.
Thank you. Well, I have the extreme pleasure to being with the Polk State College head men's basketball coach, Mr. Brandon Giles, and I'm doing great. Dad's inducted in the Polk County Sports Hall of Fame.
I remember years ago as a young teenager coming in and sitting at the round table and accepting the award on his behalf because he had passed away a couple years before. But yeah, man, I love coming here. I've been here a few times, and it's always a great time. You see a lot of old faces. See a lot of different people you used to compete against, coaches, players, everything. So it's a great time being here. I love coming back.
Well, it's got to be neat for you being the top basketball player in Polk County back in the day when you played in high school, and then to see all these young kids getting dressed up for this event tonight.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great to see the young kids nowadays come up and accept the awards, and just to see where the event's gone since I was honored back in '06. It's been amazing. But yeah, like I said, I love coming back, and anything I can do to give back to Polk County and be involved with Polk County, I'm there, because I truly love our community.
Well, it's got to be exciting for you picking up where your dad left off. He was the coach at Polk State College, and now you're there, and quite a tradition for the Giles family.
100%, man. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's been an amazing ride so far, and for me to be able to do it at home with now I have a 3-year-old son who's running around the gym doing all the different things I was doing when I was his age.
Were you dancing on the sidelines like he does when they get playing music at the basketball
I got
game?
2 left feet, man. I wasn't doing no dancing, but I was trying to get on the court. I do remember that, and I could always remember my dad always yelling at my mom, telling her to get a hold of me because I was running around trying to get out there on that floor.
Well, Brandon's young little son just loves to dance when they play music at the basketball games, and so full of energy, and he's always smiling.
Yeah, he is, man. We're actually running our camp right now at the college, and it's his first year that we've been able to actually bring him to camp, and it's been amazing. We got about 120 kids in the gym, and I'm always peeping out trying to see where he's at, but he don't want me to bother him. He wants to play with the big kids and be with them, so I really enjoy having him in the building.
Well, you know, when he's a little guy and he starts dunking it on the big guys, you're going to be glad that you let him hang around with him.
That's when we're going to get in trouble then. So, but yeah, man, it's a wonderful time right now, not only for Polk State athletics, but really all of Polk County. We have so much talent here, talented coaches, teams, the whole nine, and it's just a great time to be a part of anything Polk County in terms of sport.
Well, you had a great year, your second year here at Polk State College, and you're really getting things dialed in, and we're delighted to have you here tonight to represent, and wishing you a great season coming up this fall as everybody's out on summer break, but
Yep.
Coach Giles,
Yes,
always great seeing you,
You too.
and it's going to enjoy your
evening. You always
evening.
have the best sport coach. I need to catch up because you always do a great job with it. So.
Well, thanks so
All
much,
right.
brother.
Good to see you.
Okay,
All right.
have fun tonight.
Thank
Thanks so much. I am with our 2019 Female Collegiate Athlete of the Year from Florida Southern, Camille Giardina. And what an incredible career you've had. This is fantastic to get to celebrate with you tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great honor, and I'm very blessed to even have the opportunity at Florida Southern to have even achieved such things.
So where does this all begin for you? When did you start playing basketball?
I started when I was little, but soccer was actually my main sport, and so it wasn't until high school that I made basketball my everything and started honing in on all my skills and whatnot, and I just had a knack for it.
And you've had an amazing career. Any special highlights from your career over the last, few years, or this year in particular?
Of course, a big one was getting to the Final Four my freshman year. I was very lucky to experience that. But then I would say a lot of memories are just the little things between camaraderie with my teammates or just really tough wins. Like little things are what really made it all of that.
And for the little girls that are out there that are playing basketball and you're their idol and they want to be like you someday, what hints would you give them in pursuing their basketball dreams and career?
I would say keep working towards your dreams, and with hard work anything can be accomplished, because I didn't start when I was young. I just was determined and I accomplished what I wanted.
Well, fantastic, and delighted that I got to share this time with you. You look like you're in Hollywood tonight.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you.
congratulations on a great career, and you're winning this award tonight.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I am with the 2019 Collegiate Male Athlete of the Year from Florida Southern College, Matt Holmes, and congratulations, Matt. What a great honor this is, and an exciting year this year for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was an exciting year, and yeah, I'm excited to be here.
So you won this award in swimming, and boy, that is a very demanding sport. How many hours are you in a pool a day?
Oh man, we probably trained over 24 hours every single week. Some days we'll be in the pool, probably depends, 4 to 6 hours. So it's a grueling sport, and it's something I'm really happy to be a part of.
Well, it takes a lot of dedication, and I was up in Georgia at the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame Museum, and unfortunately I can't remember who the swimmer was, but he was a world champion. And they asked him, is there anything that you don't like about, swimming? He goes, yeah, when I have to get up at 4 o'clock every morning to go practice. So it takes a lot of dedication being in the pool as much as you are.
Definitely, yeah. Getting up super early. It's probably the worst thing to have to jump in a cold pool. But it was quite awesome being able to do it with the team that I did it with. and I'm just happy I was able to do it.
Any special moments this year that really stand out?
Oh, this year probably winning 4 individual titles at our conference meet. That was really something that was, hadn't been done by many people before me. So that was really special to be able to do that.
And for the folks that are watching, what events did you do that in?
Oh man, I did it in the 400 IM, the 200 IM, the 100 breaststroke, and the 200 breaststroke.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So just really pouring it on
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
definitely.
time. From start to finish. Just zing, there you go.
Yep, absolutely.
And so what after this year? You just graduated, future plans?
Future plans, I want to get involved in sport in any way that I can, whether that's coaching or being on the business side. That's pretty much what I want to do. I want to stay kind of in my
Stay
realm.
involved
Yep.
and continue to participate.
Yep.
Well, Matt, congratulations, and
Thank
looking
you.
forward to you receiving your award tonight. Very well deserved.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. The second segment of the Polk County All Sports Awards and Hall of Fame inductions is brought to you by the Lakeland Magic.
Well, tonight is truly a celebration of success, both on the field and off. Polk County Schools and its student athletes have a rich history dating all the way back to 1927. That was the year that Lakeland won the very first Florida High School Athletic Association state championship.
And for more than 90 years, Polk County high schools and athletes have celebrated state high school championships in just about every sport, from football and basketball to track and field and tennis.
As we said before, folks, this is a record-setting year for athletic success in Polk County. We have 21 state or national champions here tonight. A few years ago, new pages in the Polk County sports history books were written when Polk County All Sports Awards Committee instituted a new award program called the Polk County All Sports Awards Circle of Champions. This annual award recognizes all of the state, national, and professional league championships won by Polk County athletes and teams during the past year. Once again, it has been a banner year for Polk County athletes and teams. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage Miss Polk County, Morgan Boykin, and her sister, Miss Lakeland, Amber Boykin.
Tonight we're going to start with our individual state champions. Ready to kick this off?
Ready to go.
Miguel Hernandez, Lake Gibson High School Wrestling, Class 2A state champion, 170-pound division. Shannon Hanna, Lake Gibson High School Wrestling, 2A state champion, 138-pound division. Britton Music, Lakeland Christian School Track and Field, Class 1A state champion, 100-meter hurdles, 300-meter hurdles. Emily Branham, Lakeland Christian School Track and Field, Class 1A state champion, pole vault.
Arian Smith, the Class 2A state champion in the 200-meter dash from Mulberry High School track and field team. From George Jenkins High School track and field, the Class 4A state champion in the 800 meters, Alicia Ruiz. And from Frostproof High School track and field team, the state champion in the adaptive 200-meter dash, the 800-meter dash, and the shot put, Zachary Holman. Brian, it's really interesting that Polk County has really adopted the adaptive sports, no pun intended, in a big, big way, particularly in water skiing, but now in track and field. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
And there will be a big push in this county to accommodate and to host adaptive sports in the future, and that is going to be big news for this county.
And now the Class 2A state champion, 4x800 relay winners from Lake Wales High School are coming on stage. Stephen Ward, Adarius Tellis, Michael Holden, Andy Denton. Let's get loud, folks.
Well, now it's time for our team state champions from Lakeland High School, the state champion football team in Class 7A. The Class 2A competitive cheer, large non-tumbling state champions, also from Lakeland High School, the Lakeland High School cheerleading team. The 2019 dual state champions and the 2019 Class 2A state champions, the Lake Gibson High School wrestling team. Now here's a sport, our next one that is, that really combines a lot of different disciplines. You have gymnastics, takes a lot of strength, a lot of dance training, jazz dance as well. And that's cheerleading. It is a very competitive sport with some superb athletes, and the best of the best in the state of Florida are here tonight. The 2019 UCA Large Co-Ed National Champions and the 2019 UCA Large Co-Ed World Champions, the Bartow High School cheerleading team.
It's my pleasure to announce the Florida statewide NASP tournament champions, Summerlin Bartow Ivy Archery. The Class 4A state championship champions, Auburndale High School boys soccer. And our next award is for the FHSAA Class 3A state champions, the Lakeland Christian School Baseball. And for our Class 7A state champions, Lake Region High School Softball.
You know, Brian, it's amazing. We have state champions, we have national champions. Take a look at a community the size of Polk County. We are a community. This is our family. When you take a look at the talent that is in this that's here, not only athletic talent, the academic talent, everything, the spiritual, everything in one package. And I had the opportunity to be able to judge the Silver Garland Awards again this year. It's truly an honor. And you see the background of some of these kids and the accomplishments they've had, whether it's been a really strong family background or they've had their challenges. But when it comes to Polk County, this is a family. And it's one of the things that makes this county different. It's one of the things that makes this county special.
Agreed. Big round of applause for that.
Well, our next category are the individual collegiate national champions. 2 of the 3 are not here. However, Matt Holmes, the Florida Southern College men's swimming champion, he is the NCAA Division II national champion in the 400-meter individual medley. He is here.
(2019) ITC champions, men's bowling, Weber International University.
You know, it's funny, Brian, the most popular sport, when I ask this question to my students or whatever it may be about what is the most popular sport participatory in recreation and as well as competition in the United States, their answer is, you know, baseball, basketball, football, whatever. It's bowling. 53 million people are active bowlers in the United States. Now, I know you're going to sleep better tonight with that tidbit of information. Well, Brian, next we honor Polk County's athletes and coaches who have dedicated themselves and their time to athletic excellence and the students that they coach. I mean, it is a remarkable thing to be a coach, certainly gratifying, but the job that they do, not just to produce champions, but to produce champions off the field as well, says a lot about what we have here in Polk County and particularly in our school system. Well, this is voted on by a committee comprised of sports legends and local community leaders. The Polk County All Sports Awards recognizes outstanding achievements and accomplishments amongst these leaders. We celebrate and recognize these individuals and groups who have displayed qualities and success that embodies the positive principles of athletics and, yes, sportsmanship. I'm shocked. Imagine that. Okay. I would like to invite Chairman of the Board of County Commissioners, Polk County, Mr. George Lindsay, and Commissioner Martha Santiago, and to join us up here on stage. And I have to tell you, this group of commissioners is arguably the best group that we've ever had. They tackle the problems in this county with a business sense, and I just don't think I've seen a group of commissioners work as well together with a solid background, solid business decisions as we have now. Mr. George Lindsay, Commissioner Martha Santiago. Let's give it up for him.
Our first award of the night is the Charles Richardson Commissioner's Award for Perseverance in Sports. At 19 years, Lisa Bickerton is the longest tenured volleyball coach in the county, with her teams having won more than 328 games. While at Jenkins, the team has seven district titles, 2 regional finals, and in 2012, she led the George Jenkins High School Eagles to the Final Four in the state tournament. But this award is about perseverance. No one was more surprised than she was when she was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer on June 21st of last year. She started her battle with cancer 2 weeks later when she had a complete hysterectomy. 5 weeks later, she went through 6 rounds of chemotherapy, occurring every 3 weeks. We don't need to tell you how physically grueling that treatment is. Throughout the process, Bickerton continued to oversee volleyball tryouts and coach this year's team, who went 14-14. There were days she coached as if nothing was wrong, but there were other days where she was forced to sit and let her coaches speak for her. From beginning to end, Coach Bickerton tried to stay positive for both her players and her students, instilling a life lesson that in the face of adversity, you have to have the courage, as she puts it, to fight like hell. Tonight's winner of the Charles Richardson Commissioner's Award for Perseverance in Sports, Lisa Bickerton.
Brian, real quick, just for those of you that don't know, Charles Richardson was a former county commissioner that passed away, And he had his own battles, but he was truly a great commissioner, and he was a good friend, and we certainly miss him. So if you're wondering why the Charles Richardson Award, that's why, and it's certainly a well-deserved award this year, as all years.
Our third segment of the Polk County All Sports Awards and Hall of Fame inductions is brought to you by the Hampton Inn in Winter Haven.
Well, our next award is the Bernie Little Sports Executive Award. This award is awarded to the individual who has contributed to the betterment of Polk County through sports. This year, and this is always one of my favorites, this year the award goes to Mr. Ed Holloway. Before 1950, the land that is now Holloway Park along US 98 and Bartow Road used to be a phosphate mine. Well, today it's arguably one of the best running courses in the southeastern United States, right there in Lakeland. For more than 40 years, Ed Holloway has owned that property, and he was inspired by Paul White, Jason Byrne, who was actually an intern of Polk County Tourism and Sports, and Laura Fredrickson. Combined, they had a vision to preserve the land for generations to come and an unwavering passion for giving back to the community. Ed and his wife, Mary Ann, formed the Holloway Park Foundation, donating the land and forming a 501c3 to fund operating expenses, sporting events, and capital improvements. Today, the park's 362 acres hosts numerous cross-country events that serve as an economic engine for Polk County. Those events include the largest meet in the state, the FloridaRunners.com Invitational, and the Florida Middle School State Championships. Additionally, the public is welcome to enjoy the park, which is free and open 7 days a week. It's a gorgeous park. If you haven't been out there, you just need to go out and walk around, hike. It's just gorgeous. And on a personal note, I just want to thank Mr. Holloway for everything he's done for Polk County. He's amazing. Thank you, Ed, for your service, and most of all, your generosity. You do give back. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Ed Holloway.
Our next award is the 2019 Professional Athlete of the Year. This year's recipient is Boston Red Sox player Steve Pearce. Steve Pearce didn't just have a good 2018 season. He had a World Series MVP kind of season. The Lakeland Dreadnought was picked up by the Red Sox in June of 2018 to be the right-handed bat off the bench. What they got instead was a player who hit over 250 with 7 home runs, 26 RBIs in 50 games. In the World Series, he batted over 300 with 3 home runs, 8 RBIs against the Dodgers, earning World Series MVP honors. Of course, it's baseball season. Mr. Pearce could not be here this evening, but he did send his warmest regards to his hometown. Let's give him a round of applause.
Our next awards are the Male and Female Amateur Athletes of the Year, which celebrate outstanding success in sports on the amateur level from June 2018 to May 2019. Few athletes in the history of Polk County have had a season like Auburndale's Noah Sims. And obviously he has his own fan club, so that's all good. A 4-year starter for the Bloodhounds, the midfielder scored 30 goals in 26 games on 86 shots. He had 25 assists and was a key player on a team that went 24-2-1 en route to winning the state championship. For his efforts, Sims became the county's first Dairy Farmers Mr. Soccer, in other words, the best male player in the entire state. And of course, the Florida Youth Soccer Association headquarters are in Auburndale. It's the sport's largest governing body located in the state of Florida. More than 115,000 kids. That was a group that we recruited as part of the Lake Myrtle Sports Complex. Well, next year, Noah will take his game to Southern Wesleyan University in South Carolina. Noah, what a year. Congratulations. We certainly appreciate all you've done on and off the field.
Our next recognition goes to the Female Amateur Athlete of the Year, Britton Music of Lakeland Christian High School. Music made her presence on the track known her freshman year when she first won both hurdle events at the state meet. 3 years later, as a junior, she ran 4 events: the 100 hurdles, the 300 hurdles, the 100-meter dash, and the 200. At the 1A10 district track meet, she won them all. She ran all of her events again at the state event and, for the 3rd year in a row, won both hurdle events. For the season, she has 12 first-place finishes, 1 second-place finishes, and 3 third-place finishes. Welcome to the stage, Britton Music.
Now our 2019 Male Collegiate Athlete of the Year. A native of Rockledge on Florida's East Coast, Matt Holmes took to the water at the age of 8, and he never looked back. When it came time to finding a college, Florida Southern's history of swimming excellence really appealed to him. Little did he realize that he'd rewrite the record books. 4 years later, Holmes is a 2-time national champion in the 400-meter individual medley and the 2019 Sunshine State Conference Swimmer of the Year. He's also a first-team All-Sunshine State Conference selection for the 3rd year in a row and the team MVP. Amazing for Matt Holmes. Amazing for anybody. You know, it's kind of what is amazing, I like that word amazing tonight, not bad for a sport, he says, eases his mind from the stresses of schoolwork. Now, there's a lot of things I could do besides, abusing myself and training like that, but it is truly an accomplishment. It's unbelievable. Please welcome to the stage, Matt Holmes.
Our next award recognizes the 2019 Female Collegiate Athlete of the Year, Camille Giardina. To Sarasota-born Camille, basketball is a lifestyle. While in Lakeland, if she isn't studying, she's working out or practicing. While back in Sarasota, you can find her at the Frank Berlin YMCA behind Sarasota High School or at any available playground court. Guess you could say all the hard work has paid off. For today, Giardina's jersey is on display at the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Her numbers last year speak for themselves. She averaged nearly 20 points a game while playing 24 minutes a game, with 56 rebounds and 46 assists on the year. Just this year, she's been named both the Sunshine State Conference Tournament MVP, as well as Player of the Year. Guiding the Mocs to their 12th Sunshine State Conference Tournament and the 14th SSC regular season titles. She was also named 2019 Division II Coaches All-American Team and Division II All-South Region Player of the Year. Please welcome to the stage Camille Giardina. And you know what, Mark, I want to mention too, her jersey will hang in the Ring of Honor at the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in Knoxville, Tennessee as well. So congratulations, Camille. It's amazing.
This keeps rolling. It's unbelievable. Well, our next award is the 2019 Male Prep Team of the Year. And who would have guessed? The Lakeland High School football team. 16-0. What can you say about the 7A state football champions that hasn't been said before? En route to the school state title, the team had their narrowest margin of victory in their final, winning by only 13 points. With 7 state titles to their name in 1986, 96, 99, 2004, 5, 6, and 18, head coach Bill Castle boasts a record of 432 and 89. On their way, yeah, amazing. On their way to ranking 23rd in the nation, the Dreadnoughts compiled a perfect 16-0 season, beating previously top-ranked St. Thomas Aquinas 33-20. This also makes this year's team the winningest in program history. The 2019 Male Prep Team of the Year, the Lakeland Dreadnought football team.
This year, 2 teams share the honor of Female Prep Team of the Year, Lakeland Christian Track and Field and Lake Region Softball. For Lakeland Christian, the Vikings were propelled within 2 points of winning the 1A state championship, thanks to 3 different athletes winning 4 state titles. At Lakeland Christian, the combination of sophomore Kylie Wilson in the high jump, junior Emily Branham in the pole vault, and Britton Music in the 100 hurdles and 300 hurdles powered Mike Music Jr.'s team past the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lakeland Christian Track and Field team.
Region Thunder 2019 ended a 19-year drought when they beat Creekside 8-3 to take home the Class 7A state softball championships. The Thunder went 22-9 overall and reached the Final Four for the 4th time since head coach John Bridges took over a decade earlier. The team's performance earned the Class 7A Florida Dairy Farmers Softball Coach of the Year award. 2 players, Savannah Barnett and Megan Branch, have committed to colleges and continue their softball careers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lake Region Thunder softball team.
Our next award is the 2019 Male Collegiate Team of the Year, Southeastern University Fire Baseball Team. The team spent the entire season atop the national NAIA Coaches Top 25 poll, just as they should have. They led the Sun Conference in 15 offensive statistical categories and led the conference in 6 pitching categories. They led the nation in doubles and batting average, led by NAIA hits leader Manuel Mesa's 112. They were second in the nation in the batters struck out. The team went an outstanding 53-12 overall and were the Sun Conference regular season champions for the first time in program history. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming this history-making team to the stage. To see these two guys, I mean, they play all the positions. They're outstanding. It's really amazing to watch them do that.
Telling you.
Thanks for joining us for our 4th segment of the Polk County All Sports Awards and Hall of Fame inductions, brought to you by Hall Communications.
Well, our next award is the 2019 Female Collegiate Team of the Year, the Florida Southern Women's Basketball Team. Head coach Betsy Harris built this team off her first 2 recruits, seniors Camille Giardina. I think I got that right. I don't know, it's the toughest one to pronounce all day. She's actually from Sarasota. And Anya Fuchs-Robitin. Hope I got that one right, too. She's actually from Vienna, Austria. Both have been instrumental for the Mocs just this year. Gardenia has named the Sunshine State Conference Player of the Year and Tournament MVP, while Fuchs-Robitin was the first team All-SSC selection. 4 years of dedication and hard work created the winningest women's basketball team in program history. This year they won 30 games and were both Sunshine State Conference regular season and tournament champions for the 2nd year in a row, earning head coach Betsy Harris the Sunshine State Conference Coach of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Florida Southern College women's basketball team. All right, everybody. Well, the Polk County All Sports Awards would not be possible without the support and cooperation of the Ledger Media Group. As our valued partner, the Ledger has really had an integral part in helping us to recognize the top athletes, coaches, and schools in Polk County. Without their insight and contributions, this night would not be possible. I would like to take a moment to thank my co-host, Brian Burns, for participating, allowing the staff to support, to provide their insights throughout the year. Brian, of course, is the publisher of the Ledger, and certainly the sports staff. I mean, they are just absolutely phenomenal to work with, and they truly spend a lot of time going through all the applications and vetting, our champions and so on, which is a tough, tough job. I'm glad I'm not involved in that.
At this time, I would like Bill Kemp and Roy Fuco from the Ledger sports staff to join me on stage to assist with the presentation of the Ledger Prep Awards. And now we'd like to recognize the Ledger Prep Coaches of the Year. For football, Lakeland High School, Bill Castle. Santa Fe Catholic High School, for volleyball, Bruce Guth. Here to accept is Sarah Merritt. From Lake Wales High School, Boys Cross Country Coach of the Year, A.J. Richmond.
All righty, Brian. Our Girls Cross Country Coach of the Year, from George Jenkins High School, Mr. Dale McKessman. Meskamen, excuse me. I stand corrected. From Lakeland High School, the Girls Swimming and Diving Coach of the Year, Lee Stouffer. And no stranger to the stage, from George Jenkins High School, the Boys Swimming and Diving Coach of the Year, Jen Goslin.
And from All Saints Academy, Boys Golf Coach of the Year, Val Johnson. From Lakeland High School, Girls Golf Coach of the Year, Patrick Spence. And Boys Basketball Coach of the Year from Lake Wales High School, Don Grant.
From Mulberry High School, our Girls Basketball Coach of the Year, Michelle Anderson. Unfortunately, she was unable to make it tonight. So we'll move right along to the Girls Weightlifting Coach of the Year, and that's Tashawn Williams from Lake Wales High School. And of course, no surprise, the Boys Wrestling Coach of the Year from Lake Gibson High School, Mr. Danny Walker.
And from Auburndale High School, Boys Soccer Coach of the Year, Guy Jennings. Also from Auburndale High School, Girls Soccer Coach of the Year, Tawanda Kasik. Cheerleading Coach of the Year, from Lakeland High School, Kristen Abden.
Our next award winner from All Saints Academy, the Boys Tennis Coach of the Year, Mr. William May. From McKeel Academy, our Girls Tennis Coach of the Year, Angie Mudge. And from Lake Wales High School, the Boys Track and Field Coach of the Year, Jonathan Fegan.
Lakeland Christian School, Girls Track and Field Coach of the Year, Mike Musick Jr. From Lake Region High School, Softball Coach of the Year, John Bridges.
Our boys weightlifting coach of the year from Lake Wales High School, Tashawn Williams. From All Saints Academy, Ray Ryan is the boys lacrosse coach of the year. And unfortunately, Erica Ward, who's the girls lacrosse coach of the year, couldn't make it. Also from All Saints Academy, so Ray Ryan will be accepting on her behalf.
And we'd now like to recognize the Ledger Prep Athletes of the Year. Football Large School Offensive Player, Lakeland High School, DeMarcus Bowman. Football Small School Offensive Player, Victory Christian Academy, Cornelia Shaw. Football Large School Defensive Player from Lake Gibson High School, Hunter Brozio. Unfortunately, Hunter is not here tonight. Accepting on his behalf is Doug Demir.
Also in football, the Small School Defensive Player of the Year from Mulberry High School, Arian Smith. From Santa Fe Catholic High School, our Volleyball Player of the Year, Sarah Merritt. And from Lake Wales High School, our Boys Cross Country Runner of the Year, Andy Dent.
Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year, George Jenkins High School, Alicia Ruiz. From Lakeland High School, Girls Swimmer of the Year, Kelly Schmedecki. And from Winter Haven High School, Girls Diver of the Year, Haley Henson.
Trying to stay with the great sport of swimming and diving, the Boys Swimmer of the Year from George Jenkins High School, Colby Garthwaite. And all the way across the county, from Lake Wales High School, the Boys Diver of the Year, Nick Talento.
Girls Golfer of the Year from Lakeland High School, Arlene Spence.
All the way from Lake Wales, the Girls Weightlifter of the Year, Summer Baker. From Lake Gibson High School, the Co-Boys Wrestler of the Year. I'm not sure if that's the best way to say that, but the Shannon Hanna and Miguel Hernandez. And no surprise, from Auburndale High School, the Boys Soccer Player of the Year, the one and only Noah Sims.
From Lakeland Christian School, Girls Soccer Player of the Year, Vivian Streets. Cheerleader of the Year from Bartow High School, Marissa English. And Boys Tennis Player of the Year from All Saints Academy, Anay Patel.
Our Girls Tennis Player of the Year from McKeel Academy, Nalia Nieberlei. And from Mulberry Senior High School, Boys Track and Field Athlete of the Year, Arian Smith. Our Girls Track and Field Athlete of the Year from Lakeland Christian High School, Britton Musick.
Softball Hitter of the Year from Bartow High School, Gabby Shaw. Accepting on Gabby's behalf is Coach Glenn Rutenbar. Softball Pitcher of the Year from Bartow High School, Jaden Williamson.
Baseball Pitcher of the Year, Cole Kramer from Lakeland Christian School is here.
My Girls Lacrosse Player of the Year from All Saints Academy, Gianna Wegman is here. From Lakeland Christian School, Boys Academic Athlete, Trent Mason. And from Lakeland High School, Girls Academic Athlete, Kelly Schmidecki.
Well, the Ledger Small and Large School of the Year awards are presented annually to the schools that consistently exhibit excellence on the playing field while also continuing to display the highest level of sportsmanship. These athletic programs at these schools were, overall, the most successful programs in Polk County. Please join us in recognizing these two top athletic programs. In 2019, the Small School of the Year is Lakeland Christian School.
And now the 2019 Large School of the Year is Lake Wales High School. Accepting the award for Lake Wales is Athletic Director Marvin Pavey. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the 2018-19 Ledger Prep athletes, coaches, and schools of the years.
Our next show is going to be July 5th, featuring our Hall of Fame inductions. And we want to thank the folks sponsoring that show: Abuelos, BSN, Harry Seafood Bar and Grill, Peebles, and Cleveland Heights Golf Course.